Hello everyone, this is Hakaym and welcome back to some more Funday Sunday. And on this episode we have a few short replays, and to start off I just want to show off this. I thought it was hilarious. Somehow this Colorado has parallel parked himself right here in this little inlet and is now stuck and cannot move. He's trying to reverse, trying to pull forward, and I just thought it was hilarious seeing this. Right now we're trying to take base, but as you can tell, we are definitely losing. But I thought it was hilarious. We do have a few other replays, another really funny moment, and then a epic battle. So I will see you in the next replay. Alright, we are in another replay, and we are in the Tachibana, which is the Tier 2 Japanese Destroyer Premium. And right now we are on Polar, and watch this Orlan. I do not know what this player was thinking. I'm pretty certain he was probably a bot. But right now he's about almost 5.5 kilometers away, almost to the point where we are going to be attacked. I think we're about to be attacked. Yep, right then there. And so that means I'm gonna go ahead and open fire on this Orlan and just watch what he does. And that was probably the easiest kill I've ever got. I didn't really have to fight against anyone to get that kill. So I thought that was hilarious with this enemy. He was just going along at his own little pace and just allowed me to citadel him 3 times and get a fire. So that was pretty fun. But that's going to be it for this. I just thought it was a little funny moment. And I will see you in the epic battle. See you guys there. Alright everyone, welcome back to the last replay on Funday Sunday. And we are taking out the Shores, the Tier 7 Soviet Union cruiser. And right now we are playing on Estuary. And let's take a look at the team. You might notice something's a little bit lacking. There is a Ranger, 2 Nagatos, New Mexico, Fuso, Pensacola, Shores, 3 Clevelands, Alba, and a Konigsberg on our team. On the enemy team, there is a Hiryu, Colorado, Nagato, New Mexico, Fuso, Congo, Atlanta, Pensacola, Cleveland, 2 Albas, and an Omaha. Yes, there are no destroyers on this map. It is predominantly cruisers and battleships, so it should be battleship heaven. We'll see how this goes. So right now we spawned on the northwest hand side, and we're going to try to help our team move down. Usually what people will do on the west side is they'll move southwest, get kind of in between these islands and kind of fight over this middle section. So right now the Stores, for anyone that has never played the Stores, its armor is paper thin, but it has fantastic range. It has the second best, right behind the German line. German line has probably one of the best ranges, or has the best range of cruiser ships. But the Stores, it has something better than compared to the German line. The Stores has great HE. The AP you can do citadels, but it does not do as much damage as a German line. So you really want to play the Stores, keeping yourself as far away as to the enemy as possible. This allows you to get damage on them, but not take as much damage and be able to avoid it because your ship does turn a little bit slow. So right now we did fire at the Alba. Missed all the shots. Ooh, nope, I was wrong. Got 1 hit, did a measly 726, not a lot. But right now we're going to focus on this New Mexico, who is going right behind this island. And I will say this battle, it is a very, very close game. I'm surprised we actually won it. So, keeping the distance, trying to get some, at least a fire or two on that New Mexico. That would be extremely nice. Cause as much fire damage, because that's really what the Russian line is great, is its fire potential. Maybe not as much as the Japanese line, but at tier 7, the Shore's reload rate is much higher than the Miyoko, so you can pump out shells a lot quicker than the Miyoko. So that's very nice, and you have really good range. And you saw there we got about 1400 for 5 hits. Not the greatest, but like I said, fire is your bread and butter, and that is what you want. And we did get a fire on that New Mexico. And if you also kind of look at the map, all our team is moving over to the west. Even our carrier is moving over to the west, which is going to be nice, but it's leaving our east side very wide open. There's only about 4 ships over there, and it looks like we just lost one of our cruisers. He got a little bit ballsy moving in between those islands. And here you can see that I'm trying to get as far away as possible, keep myself fairly angled. And that poor Königsberg up front, he's not having a good time. Now this Cleveland is my main focus right now, and it feels so nice to actually get fires on Clevelands, because Clevelands were very well known for causing fires. That's almost what the meta was months and months ago, was fire HE. I think about a year ago it was just fire HE, get a shit ton of fires. That's what the Cleveland was known for. But it feels so nice actually getting fires on this Cleveland and making them kind of regret the day they decided to sell this way. So this Cleveland is trying to bring his guns to bear, but at the same time trying to avoid shots. But he's gonna start running into an island. Will he be able to dodge? We've got another fire. We've already got 5 fires already, and looks like someone else took the kill, but that's alright. We can now begin opening fire on this enemy in New Mexico, which is a big, slow, juicy target. And that's really what is easy to do, is focus on US battleships at this tier, because they're very slow, they're kind of big and cumbersome, so they're very easy to hit. We already got 2 fires on that New Mexico, which is super nice. And here I'm using the scout plane, which you really need to use because you can cause so much damage with this scout plane. It is really beneficial. And you can see we're still getting fires on him, even though that his damage control was up. But at least now he is susceptible to those fires. I don't know why I had issues saying that word, but it looks like he got a fire from us, and now we're going to try to focus on this Congo. And yeah, that's pretty much what you should be doing. This Congo probably is going to take a couple torpedoes, unless he can miss. He missed the first one. He did get one on his broadside of his ship, but that's alright. That's where his torpedo belt is, so it's not going to cause that much damage, nor will it probably cause a flooding. But it looks like our CV is definitely focusing him, so he's probably not very happy about that. And you can look at the damage we already caused, and we're about 7 minutes in, and we're almost 50,000, and that's almost solely due to fires. Just this constant rain of fires down on this New Mexico, and I would like to take out this New Mexico if possible. And hopefully we can... Oh, nope. We only got a secondary damage. Secondary armament was damaged. But now our spotter craft is out of action for the time being. Have to wait till about 6 minutes before we can get that back. But we're still in range to attack this New Mexico. And so far we've taken no damage. We're doing really well. Our team is it's fairly close right now. We've lost 3 cruisers. They've lost a battleship and 1 cruiser. So it's not that big of a difference right now, but it will start to affect us later on. So I'm going to start moving in, and hopefully we can do some more damage on this New Mexico if possible. There's also a Pensacola that was around, and that would be a nice big juicy target. And oh boy, there's some torpedo planes. If you are in a Russian cruiser, you will probably get focused on because your AA is terrible. But fortunately, I think we're going to be able to avoid this. And we got 2 Citadels on that Pensacola. And he could easily Citadel us if we allow him the chance. But I believe he's firing HE. Of course he gets a fire on his very first salvo. Why not? So he has decided to retreat. And now armor piercing is not going to be that effective. So we should probably switch over to high explosive if possible. But I think I want to focus on this Alba. This Alba is being extremely ballsy. Watch this. We fire our first salvo. Get some very minor damage. Not a lot. Now I think what his plan was is get kind of between this channel and torpedo our Fuso, who is kind of moving between these channels, but I don't think we're going to allow him the opportunity. Now we do damage one of his guns, and he really should be firing. I don't know why he's not firing it right now. And I don't know why we're not firing high explosive. So I do have hydroacoustics available, so I do launch it, because I figured he's going to be torping, and we get 2 Citadels. And, oh, just look at this. Look how broadside he is. Just watch. He's going to die very quickly. And there we go. There's our very first kill of the game. And now, like I said, the Alba was just going for for torpedoes, and he missed all of them. Oh, what a waste of a ship. He should have at least been firing at me, because I was fairly broadside, and if he had armor piercing loaded, he could have probably easily taken me out, because the store's armor is terrible. It is just downright terrible. So the friendlies on the east side has pretty much died. There is a Pensacola up north, and keep watch of this Pensacola. He's gonna become very famous, I guess you could say. He's gonna become very valuable. That's probably more of what I'm trying to say. He's gonna become very valuable here in a little bit. So turn my attention on this New Mexico, who was hiding for some odd reason. Probably, I really don't know why he was hiding behind that island. So we get another fire, 3 fires actually, sorry. 3 fires on that New Mexico. Unfortunately, he had damage control up, so he knocked out all 3. And if he had those 3 fires on, he would have taken a lot of damage. But unfortunately, we just went past the island. I do slow up, hoping I could probably at least take him out. He's so low on health. He did take out our friendly New Mexico, who was driving broadside, or sailing broadside, I guess is more the proper term. And our team is now down 1 ship, which is not good. Not good at all. And we're all starting to get a little bit low on health. I think the friendly Nagato is going to have some issues with the enemy carrier. Try and remember. It's been a little while since I've seen this replay, so do forgive me if I am also kind of experiencing this for the first time. But yes, he is probably going to get focused on by the enemy CV. But right now we're going to focus on the enemy Nagato. And it looks like I just misled him, unfortunately. And it actually, the friendly Nagato just went down. probably to the enemy CV, I believe. Or it could have been the enemy battleship, the enemy Nagato that just died. So we're down a battleship while they still have 2 left, and there's a full health Fuso. And I'm going to try my luck of firing between these islands, but there's a Hiryu. He's currently being spotted by the Alba, and he is within range. So I do launch my spotter craft, and now we're just going to be firing Hellfire down on him. He is currently backing up too. Ooh, knocked out something. We incapacitated something. And just watch how quickly you can do a lot of damage to a enemy carrier. We do set a fire. That means his planes cannot land, even though it looks like his torpedo planes just landed, probably because they were in the middle of the landing process. And we do 5k right there. And, well, did a few minor damage, probably due to the fact that if a section gets hit with high explosive multiple times, the damage is reduced, so you don't get the full HE damage. So you always have to keep that in mind when you're firing HE. So we're doing some minor damage, and for some odd reason he is still on fire. He has not used his damage control. I don't know if he got hit with HE and he just burned it. But he is definitely burning, and it looks like the carrier did get another fire, and we got another fire. Oh, wow. This carrier must be regretting coming this close, because he is just now dead, and that is our 2nd kill of the game. Whew. Feels extremely nice to take out a enemy CV, especially when they try to focus on you, which fortunately was not the case in this battle. But still nice to take out enemy CVs. So now we're going to focus on this enemy Fuso, and unfortunately for our spotter craft just went down, so we're no longer be able to use him. Now, this is very dangerous. A Fuso, when fully broadside, has 12 shots, and may not always be the most accurate in the world, but he could definitely do a lot of damage to a broadside scores. So I do want to put some distance between me and that Fuso. But I believe he's actually aiming for our friendly cruiser. I believe the friendly Pensacola. And we get another fire on the enemy Fuso. So he is definitely burning up real quick. And I'm not exactly certain why he hasn't used damage control. Maybe he got hit by some dive bombers, but he does take a shot at us. And we just earned Confederate, and it looks like he did use damage control. So he is now susceptible to fires. And it looks like it did not stick, so we're going to continue firing HE, try to get another fire, and it looks like he's on fire once more. And he runs aground, which is very unfortunate for him, but very fortunate for us because it makes it a little bit easier to hit him. He won't be going anywhere very quickly, and he must be regretting his life choices right now, coming right in front of 3 enemy ships. And this is kind of something you don't want to do. You don't want to be the focus fire, because just watch how quickly his health just evaporates from the combined concentration of our ships. But at the exact same time, since we're focusing him down, the other ships can now get in range and start assaulting our base, which there's only 3 of us left. We just lost our friendly battleship, and it's me, the Pensacola, and the friendly CV. The friendly CV, I believe, does take out... No, it was the Pensacola that took out the enemy Fuso, which is very nice. I wasn't quite certain because I did see the dive bombers go in on the Fuso, so wasn't quite certain. But now the Alba and the enemy Pensacola are pushing forward, and that Alba, I think, is actually going to try to pop out around the island and start trying to cap us. So we do get a fire on that Pensacola. He is going to die very quickly. Or not. He gets left with 155, but we do receive high caliber. which is dealing, I believe, about 30% of the combined enemy's health, something like that. I'd have to read the description. It's been a little while since I've done that. And since there's no one else to fire on, there is this Alba, and oh, he is going to be an issue in a little bit. But right now, all we can do is try to focus him down, try to cause as much damage as possible, because the Alba, unlike the stores, has 203mm shells, and if it hits us fully broadside, ooh, it will cause a lot of damage if he has AP loaded. So right now, I do not want to show broadside, and there's the enemy New Mexico trying to move around the island, and there's the enemy Pensacola. Yeah, I kind of feel bad for him. I mean, I'm unhappy that he actually survived with 155 health, but he's now dead. And for whatever reason, this New Mexico has decided to pop out. And this is the same New Mexico that we've been firing at since the beginning of the game. He's been around this long, and ooh, he gets a nice big hit on us. Unfortunately, caused quite a bit of damage. And oh no. Okay, good. He's only firing high explosive. Can we try to take out this Elbus? I'm really hoping he'd turn. Be nice if he could turn so I could actually hit him. And unfortunately, our torpedoes run out. I was hoping he'd be going a little bit faster, but it was not the case. And so since he's not going to show us a broadside, which he now decides to show us a broadside, more of a broadside, we're switching over to high explosive. Get a fire, do some damage, and the enemy New Mexico is about to go down, I believe, to the friendly... Oh, friendly Pensacola actually just took him down. Good job, friendly Pensacola. Did a fantastic job. So now all that's left is the enemy Alba, and I don't think he's going to survive for very much longer. Very close game. As you can see, we earned almost 500,000 silver, 10,977 XP, 549 free XP. We earned high caliber Confederate, and we caused 174,360 points of damage and hit 429 times, 3 incapacitation, 4 kills, 26 fires, 6 citadels, and 2 secondary hits. And obviously we earned top of our team with a base XP of 2,399. Of the 174,360 points of damage, 57,876 points were due to fire alone. And if you look at the Hiryu, we caused 38,966. That is almost, I believe, 6,000 or 7,000 less than the full health. So we took out the majority of the Hiryu's health alone, which is fantastic. And so, after all the money spent, we've earned and took home 348,635 silver and 10,977. And most of it was due to the modifiers. I believe they were doing the 300% for the weekend, for the birthday of Wargaming. And yeah, I was really happy with this battle, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is going to be it for this video of Funday Sunday. If you like what you saw, hit the like and subscribe button. You guys have a great day. Zaijian!